Hello, Freya. Hi, Freya. Hello. Hello. Hi. Oh my gosh, you're so little. You have such a little face. You want to come out? Probably not. Not exactly. Come on out. She said you like chin scratches. Would you like me to give you a chin scratch? Okay. I don't think you're going to come out this way. Let's see if you'll come out this way. Oh, I think this whole thing opens. Hi. Hello, pretty cat. Come on out. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, let's give her a moment to come out on her own. It's okay. All right, Freya does not want to come out, so I'm going to have to take her out myself. Let go. Hi. Hey, hey. All right. Why am I putting the cone on right away? Because she is trying to escape down the side of the table. So if I put the cone on, she actually won't be able to. Okay. Now Freya is a Persian mix and she is a rescue. So she was adopted into her new family in August. So the owner has no idea if she has been groomed before, but she is here because she is matted. Hi, it's okay. It's okay, Freya. It's okay. You okay? Put your head like that. There you go. I wanted to give her some time to decompress and relax, but because she's trying to escape, she will have to wear the cone. It's okay. It's okay. You're shedding a lot of hairs. Are you going to let me see your paw so I can trim it? Freya is on gabapentin. It's okay to calm her down. They've only been able to successfully clip her claws if she is medicated. It's all right. I cannot give her tubes because she had an upset stomach this week and they were worried that tubes could make it worse. So they told me I could give her a little bit, but if she has an upset stomach, I'd rather not give her anything. The owner said that she is not aggressive, but she has hissed at them, I think, when they've tried to work the matting out of her belly. So because of that, I don't really know if she'll resort to biting, but I don't really obviously want to take that chance. So I'm going to still use precaution. Good girl. Very good. Very good. You do have some really long hooked nails that if you were to scratch me with would be very painful. Good. That's nice. Can I see this one? You are whipping your tail. It's okay. It's okay. And your dew claw. There. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, I want to see what the matting is like on her belly. So I always tell my cat clients when they come in, you know, the actual cat themselves and the owner, that there's no guarantee I'll be able to get anything done. It really is just dependent on your cat. So if your cat behaves quite well, I can mostly complete it. If your cat is panicking or being super aggressive, I might not be able to, but I will always try to address the most important concerns upon drop-off, which is usually matting, nails, and the sanitary areas. Now, as I'm feeling, okay, I only feel one single mat here, and I don't feel matting anywhere else. What I assume the owner thinks is matting is actually just compacted hair. So she is shedding. I know she's shedding because I can tell based off the carrier, but also cats will shed an excessive amount of hair when they're stressed as well. When I first picked up Purdy, she was just a kitten. Kittens don't really shed. She was shedding an excessive amount of fur, and that's because everything was new to her. She was traveling on a plane. She was nervous, so she was kind of molting. And then as soon as I brought her home, within a day or two, she stopped shedding completely because she was no longer stressed. So I don't know if her shedding is just because she's shedding right now or because she's nervous. So what I am gonna do is I'm gonna shave the one mat out of her armpit that I found. Come here. Perfect. And I am going to brush. Ideally, the best way to manage this cat's coat would be to bathe and blow dry her, because that will help to remove a ton of the shedding coat. However, I don't know that it's going to be possible for me to dry her with a high velocity dryer if she's nervous. However, gabapentin might help that considerably and maybe she won't be so nervous. But first, I'm just gonna brush her and see how she does for that before I even consider taking her for a bath. Her tail is already whipping back and forth, so I can already tell that she is upset, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she will misbehave, so we will see. The good news is what the owner perceives as matting isn't really matting. And it actually seems this cat has a fairly easy coat to maintain. I was a bit nervous when they brought her in and told me that she was part Persian, because Persian cats have a very high maintenance coat. They need to be brushed every single day. You cannot get away with only brushing them a few times a week. And especially when you have a mix, because this is not a purebred cat, oftentimes mixes are even worse, depending on what they're mixed with, I guess, because it is not ethical breeding. And oftentimes when you're breeding two cats that really should not be bred together, it ends up with a really terrible coat. So for example, I don't know if you guys remember the British Longhair that I had on channel 1. His name was Teddy. He was a golden. He had a horrific coat at only kitten age. I think he was maybe 12 weeks old when they brought him for a groom. It's okay. And to have such a matted, terrible coat at that age tells me that that cat was very poorly bred. Somebody was just breeding a cat because they wanted to, or for money, because they had two British Longhairs, whatever. And it ended up resulting in a kitten with a horrific coat type that is really difficult to manage. I actually groomed Teddy before I got Purdy, and when I groomed Teddy, I was a bit worried when I saw his coat. I thought, wow, if this is how difficult this cat's coat is to maintain at this age, I can't imagine what it's going to be like as an adult. And I was a bit worried about what my experience was going to be like maintaining Purdy's coat, but it's actually not anywhere near that. Purdy has a remarkable coat. She only has to be brushed a few times a week. It doesn't mat up anywhere near as easily as Teddy's. It's just very, very high quality, and that's because she was bred by an ethical breeder who really took a lot of things into consideration, not just, the behavior, not just, the health, but also even the coat type and whether or not the cat had, both cats that were bred to create Purdy, whether or not they had quality coat types. So unfortunately, there has been a massive, massive rise in people purchasing purebred cats. And it's a bit of a problem because that rise has also caused a lot of backyard breeders to start breeding because they know that they can make money. And backyard breeding with dogs and cats is dangerous because they're creating low quality animals with poor health and poor temperaments, which is just going to cause a lot of issues. And a lot of these cats are going to end up in shelters because they are not properly bred. When you have properly bred ones, they don't have those health concerns, they have excellent coat types, they have excellent behavior, you are far less likely to see those cats in shelters or rescues because they don't have all of those problems. So it's just something important to consider if you want a purebred cat. There is nothing wrong with you wanting a purebred cat, but if you cannot afford to purchase one from a breeder that is doing things responsibly, because the kittens can be very expensive, please do not hop on Kijiji or Craigslist and just purchase from somebody selling them for considerably cheaper, because that's going to result in a cat that could potentially have life-threatening health concerns, poor coats or poor temperaments, and it's just not worth the risk. So if you can't afford going to a responsible breeder and you want a purebred cat, please just adopt, because there are so many rescues that have purebred cats available for adoption. All different types depending on what type you'd like. So just keep that in mind, and the same goes for dogs. Okay, Freya, you're doing very, very good. I think I will take her for a bath because she seems to be doing quite well. I don't know if I'll be able to blow dry her with the high velocity dryer, but I can certainly try. Her coat is long, but it's nowhere near as thick as the purebred Persian, so I think she will dry inside the Easy Bake Oven fairly quickly. If I could blow your coat out, Freya, it would be much easier than brushing. It will be a lot less pulling. You're very cute. You're a very cute cat. I know you don't like it, but you're being a very good girl. Look at your cute little face. I believe her color is known as a black tortoiseshell. You scratch me? I didn't finish clipping your back nails. Maybe I should do that. Freya really doesn't mind having her tail touched, which is really nice because most cats hate that. Okay, Freya, I think I'm gonna fill up your cat bath and take you for a bath because you're being very good. Now I'm gonna keep the water running. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is she panicking a little bit? Let's see what she does. It's all right. I have not started bathing her yet because she seemed to panic over the noise, so I just want to see if she'll calm down a little bit. It's all right. It's okay. You're okay, Miss Freya. It's all right, Freya. Calm down. Should I put the happy hoodie on you? Would that be helpful? Let's see what happens now. She's wearing the happy hoodie. She does not like it. It's okay, but it's okay, girlfriend. It's okay, girlfriend. It's okay. Thank you for not taking your claws out, though. Can you have a bath? You actually do have a little bit of a stinky bum, I'm assuming because you've had diarrhea this week. Can we have bath, please? Please. Can we have bath? She really doesn't want the happy hoodie on her head, but she also doesn't like the sound of the water. You can't exit. You have to stay in the tub. You have to stay in the tub. No jumping. No jumping, Miss Freya. You do good job. Good job, Miss Freya. We're gonna do this nice and fast. You will survive. Oh, you're gonna use your nails on me? Don't use your nails on me. Thank you, good job. Very good job. Much better. Much, much better. Good. But I have to scrub it in, so you have to wait. Jumping up is never a good idea. All right. Don't scratch. Good job. There we go. You're all right. So you have no more stinky butt. Your butt was a tad bit stinky. Okay, we're gonna rinse, and we're gonna be calm. We are gonna be zen. She says, no, we're not. Okay. Freya, I just need to rinse the soap off of you. Okay, you still have tons of soap on you. You're gonna have to chill. So she did pretty good for the bath, and then she started panicking, and I realized that she got the happy hoodie off of her head. So that's probably why she started panicking, because she started to hear the water more strongly. I know you don't like this, but I just have to get the soap off of you, and then you are free from the bath. Please. I was wondering why she went from being pretty good to panicking. And it's so crazy to me how well the Happy Hoodie works to calm down pets. Whether it actually calms them down or it just makes them feel like they're frozen because they have something wrapped around their head, regardless, it's very helpful. Especially when dealing with cats, because cats can go from 0 to 100 very, very quickly. All of a sudden they can be okay, and then they can just spaz out, and then all 4 claws start going ballistic, not because they're trying to hurt you, but because they're trying to escape what's scaring them, and then that can lead to a bite. So I'm just using a towel first, and then I'm going to use the absorber to get the excess water off. Obviously, the more water I can remove from her coat before the blow dry, the less time she has to spend under the dryer. I will try her in the rage cage first, and if that doesn't work and she really panics for it, then I will switch over to the Easy Cat oven and she can finish drying in there. There you go. Freya did way better than I thought she was going to do. Like, exceptionally well. Please don't jump, okay? No jumping. Freya, you will only remain still if you are wearing a Happy Hoodie. So you must wear the Happy Hoodie. I think you're sick of me. I just need to give her a good brush out. She is a little bit damp underneath, but hardly. So she'll air dry just fine under there. I just want to make sure that everything is brushed out. She does not have any matting at all. I was able to see her entire coat with the high velocity dryer as it blew the coat apart, and I was able to visually see just how good of condition her coat was in. So we don't have to worry about shaving any matting. I know. You're trying to escape. You must stay. You are very, very cute. Come here. You did not like having your chest blow dried at all. You're a very good cat. This cat can definitely go to a professional groomer on a regular basis. I think it would be ideal in controlling her shedding and preventing any matting. While she was in very good shape today, her compacted undercoat would eventually lead to matting if it's not taken care of. So it's a good thing that they brought her in when they did, because now we were able to take care of it in time before it became a problem. I know. You're very much done with me. You've been so good this entire time, and now you're at a point where you're like, okay, I'm good. Please leave me alone. She is shedding much less than when she came in. When she came in, she was like molting. It's okay. It's okay. I wish I could give you some tubes. I think you'd really like them. Maybe. Maybe not. Now, if I leave this cat on the table, she tends to try and jump off, which is not ideal. So I need to get her carrier right away and get her to go inside of her carrier. The queen of jumping. Don't try to jump. Wait here. Okay, ready? Wanna go in your house? Okay, thank you. Good job. Oh, thank you so much. You are very good. Please come again. If you guys liked this video and you want to see more complimentary grooms just like Miss Freya, don't forget to hit that follow or subscribe button and share with all of your friends. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you again in a few days. Where are you going?